Hello.
What's up?
What's up with you? Thank you very much for joining me, Apple.
Thank you, man.
And I was hoping that we're going to have a little chat and just a few questions that I want to ask you. But before I get on with that, I would like everybody to know who my friend is, because obviously I know who you are and we spent our time together. But for some of our followers and fans, would you please explain who you are, a little bit more about yourself?
Of course. So I am Apple Gule, homeboy from Swaziland, singer, songwriter, fucking extraordinaire. I make music and people love it, thank the Lord. And yeah, man, I'm like a jack of all trades. I fucking write music, sing music, perform at festivals, and I think I'm like a very good people's person. That's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Yeah, that is a nutshell. You're actually a lot more than that, but we'll keep it to that for now. How long have you been doing what you've been doing, and how did you come across what you're doing now?
You know, it's crazy actually. Like music actually found me. It's actually a crazy story. So the one time I was studying marketing at Vega, hello, and a friend of mine knew I could sing. I was coaching football at the time, and like I don't know, one day I was pissed off the class, and I made these kids run to death. It was a joke, and I was just singing while they were running. It's a laugh, and my one friend who was studying engineering, well, music engineering at the time, heard me, and the one day, so something so random, he was like, "Bro, my vocalist is kind of like dropped me. I need someone to come sing and like write the song for me or whatever." I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it anyway." And I won't lie to you, I was in there for like 4 or 5 hours, and I just fell in love with it. And I was like, I can't not do anything else with my life. And now we're here.
How long ago was that?
Wow. That was about 2011, I think, or 2012. I'm not too sure really. It
Oh,
was
wow.
the first time kind of a blur.
Oh, wow. Okay, but I can't believe you didn't start any sooner, because I mean, every time you open your mouth and start singing, I'm mesmerized and hypnotized. I love your voice. I absolutely love your voice.
Though, music has always been a hobby, but I never thought I'd do it like professionally. Like, I mean, I was always like a football player, you know, that kind of stuff. I played for my country, and I came to South Africa because of football, to be honest with you.
Ah,
And it was always a hobby, like a release. But then sometimes, like, you know, you just don't choose what chooses you. You know what I mean?
yes. And now you're following your passion, which is the most amazing thing ever. How do you warm up your vocals?
Oh my God.
Show
I've
me.
got so many, I, I've got so many routines. It's actually a joke, but I'm not going to sing for you now. My
Okay.
voice is sore. I've been making music during lockdown, okay? Can you like give me a break here for a second, please?
I'm going to give you a 5-minute break because I'm going to ask you just now to sing for me.
I'll sing a song. I'll sing a song. I won't show you how to do my vocals warm ups because it's very embarrassing.
That's why I asked you. I wanted to see.
Oh my God.
do you
Oh my
sing?
God.
Do you sing in the shower?
Literally all the time.
Is it
You
like
sing in the shower.
I do? I do, and I sing sometimes when I'm not in the shower. And if you were to ask the kids, they would tell you they asked me to stop, but I sing anyway.
I want to hear your voice. Can you sing fast? I won't sing for you unless you sing fast.
Okay, babe. I promise you I will. Just not right now. I need to I need to warm up my vocals.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
If you could open for any act in the whole entire world, who would you want to open up for?
My girl, oh my God, that's the best question ever because my favorite artist of all time is John Legend. If I could sing for John Legend and he could hear me, I think I'd die. Maybe I might just cut my pants.
Let's take video. I'm going to tag him in this. I'm going to tag him in this. Let's
Listen,
see.
I want him to hear me. Also, when I sing for you, he better hear this shit big time.
And well, listen, if you open up, I don't want proceeds at all. If I can help you get there, then I just want to be there. I just want to be there.
Oh,
I'll put it on social media. That's me made.
if I'm opening up for John Legend, you're gonna be on stage with me. Are you kidding me?
Yes. I just won't sing.
We don't know yet. We haven't heard your voice. We don't know. We'll see.
I'll scare you, but it's okay. Okay, so if you could give anybody advice in starting out and doing what you're doing, because I think, like you said, you're jack of all trades, but I think the most important thing to remember is like it's music, it's your art, and it's obviously vocals. What would you give your younger self or another person starting out as advice?
That's a good question. I won't lie to you. Like my younger self, I wouldn't change anything because I am so happy with the life I'm living right now and how everything has transpired. But if I can give any advice to anyone else, is like just stay unique. You know what I mean? Like don't try copy anyone else because you can never be a better version of like yourself or of anyone else. Like I can't be a better version of Ali if I even try to. No one can else can be a better version of Apple if I try to, or
Yeah.
no one else can be a better version of John Legend if they try to. So I think that's the one thing that people don't like sometimes understand in the music game, especially those who are coming up. They think that this sound is popping off right now, let me do that. And sometimes it works, but I guarantee you now you won't have a long career. And I think if you want a long career, which is why we do this stuff for, then you have to just be yourself, man.
Yeah, in being individual and unique. I get that.
And
Now carry on.
no, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm just having my beer.
I like your beer. Okay, so who are your biggest inspiration or the people that's influenced you the most up until this moment? Talking from your music career.
Okay. You know what's crazy? So like the biggest influences in my music actually haven't even been musicians. It's actually been like my parents, first of all, because they've always like said to me, yo, just fucking do your own thing. They didn't say fuck it, they said do your own thing. and and actually my older brother, Sia, he's always been like, bro, no matter what you do, I'll support you. If you make mistakes, I'll support you. If you I don't know, do well, I'll support you. And one thing that kind of like stuck with me with that is that like he said the whole mistakes thing, because I don't think in life you ever learn any lesson the easy way. It's always learned the hard way. And when you learn the hard way, it sticks with you. You know what I mean? Someone
Yeah.
can always tell you something, but until you feel that bite, that pinch, you'll never understand what it actually meant to you. And my brother always said to me, yo, learn lessons, like fail, it happens. So I think, yeah, those are definitely my three biggest inspirations. So it hasn't nothing to do with music, actually like my family, real talk.
I was going to ask you about your family because I know from knowing you as my friend that you've got a very tight-knit family and it looks like you guys are very, very close. And they obviously support you on your journey. Has this been a surprise turnaround when you were still in marketing going into music, or have they always known, or how have they felt with you? Because I mean, they are, I suppose, your biggest supporters and they're very proud of you. How's the journey with
Yeah,
them?
no, now in the beginning they were super like against it. Like I don't know if you know, like Swati culture is very traditional. It's very like, you know, get your shit together. Like so you're either gonna become a marketer, you're gonna become a doctor or like an accountant, whatever. And then I came like left field with like, yo, I wanna sing for a living. They were like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? And I had to kind of prove them wrong. But the best thing about parents is that even though sometimes they'll be hard on you and everything, they still want the best for you. So it didn't come from a place of them just being dicks or anything. They still wanted the best for me. But then when I could prove to them that, yo, I can do this shit and I'm like, you know, living my life doing this shit and I'm enjoying myself. They're like, yo, we just want you to be happy. So it wasn't a big surprise, but it definitely took some work.
Yeah, and some time.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I get parents are hard, like you say, parents are hard on you, but it always comes from the best place.
Oh, ever. And that's what people try to understand most of the time. It's like your parents love you, man. They're not trying to be dicks. They're just obviously concerned and they want to always play the safe routes because they want you to fuck out. And I understand that.
Yeah. So I wanted to find out from you how you deal with all the lack of sleep. So in the periods of time that I've known you, like I can't, and I've said this to you before, like how do you even deal with the lack of sleep? You are on the move all the time, and if you're not performing, I know you are creating, and you're busy with whatever you need to be busy. You're always busy. Since I've known you, you've always been busy. So how do you deal with the lack of sleep and all the traveling?
You know, it's crazy. Like, yeah, I don't sleep enough. And like normal people would always be like, well, when I say normal, I say like, you know, people who don't understand the industry would always be like, oh my God, bro, like what the fuck? But it's really, you honestly get used to it. Like I've learned, and also I've done a lot of reading, I've learned that you don't need to sleep the whole so-called 8 hours a day. Because if
Mm,
you sleep 8 hours a day, and you sleep a third of your life, or you're having a laugh, not a
mm.
chance, no way. I realized what 4 or 5 hours a night. Um, it does take habits though. Don't get it twisted. You have to obviously get used to it. But yeah, I just think if you have a passion for something, like you don't even think about sleep, to be honest with you. Just get it done until it's done. And then once it's done, then you rest a bit, then you wake up and probably do the exact same thing again. So I don't know. I actually have no right answer for this question.
Well, you always energize, so I suppose you're not one of those people that's so severely fatigued, and your work ethic is insane. So I'm very chuffed for you. I'm proud of you. So
Thank you, Ailey. I really appreciate it.
you're welcome. What's the most common misconception that people have about you or your job? And I say it's a job, but it's more of your passion, and your career has become your dream. But what is the common most misconception?
I guess it is fair to say it is a job. End of the day, it is a job. I mean, this is what pays my bills, and this is what feeds me and the people who I care about. So yeah, it's a job essentially, but I try always make sure that I don't think about it as a job. I just always thank God every day and go, oh my God, I'm actually doing this for a living and I'm
Mm,
getting paid for it. But I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that like not to sound like a dick, but that people think it's easy.
mm,
Like, you know, you make a song and then it's a banger, and people go, "Oh my God, I want to do that now." So I'm
mm,
not a DJ, for example, but a lot of people become DJs overnight, and they think, "Oh, this is a thing you can do." Whereas I have people who I admire, who are friends of mine, and who I fucking respect for days, and I've seen how much work they put in. And I think it's with any trade. It's with any trade. I think you gotta put in the work. And a lot of people think that it's this thing of like, oh, you're born with this. You have a good voice, and now you made songs, and now you can do this for a living. Whereas, yeah, cool. Thank God I've got a good voice. But you know how many shit songs I wrote before I had one good song. You know what I mean? And I think that's with anything. You know, if you're a carpenter, if you're a photographer, whatever the case may be, you have to put in the work before it gets easy. And it
good.
actually never becomes easy. The better you get, the more you actually want to challenge yourself, and it becomes harder. So yeah, I think that's one thing I always kind of like have a gripe with. And another thing is that like people think because now you're in a certain kind of limelight. Remember, at the end of the day, it's still a job, like you said. You have now your song playing on radio, whatever. So you have fame, which is a very loose term. But I
Mm,
think then they think, oh, okay, cool, you got money, and now people just always want to ask you for money and always have to like they're on
mm.
your back. That kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, I would almost imagine that people kind of think, okay, so he's made it, he's famous, so he's rolling in cash, and he just gets to do whatever he wants to. And because you're blessed with such a beautiful voice, that you just rock up and you do something magical, and it's amazing, and there you go.
100%. You're so right, Ellie. You literally hit the nail on the head right there. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's always going to happen, and like I've kind of gotten used to it. But yeah, that's one thing that definitely goes. I go, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so tell me, how do you deal with negative feedback, critique, hate? I say hate, and I always do that is because it's not really hatred. It's just a lot of people don't always agree with what you might do or what I do, or might not like it. Or how do you deal with that type of thing?
I won't lie. Like one of the biggest lessons I ever learned, and I learned it the hard way for sure, was that you can never impress everyone.
Mm,
Remember, individual, everyone's a different person. So art, especially, is probably the most constant of being a doctor. Art is it's all about perception. And I used to try to do my thing, trying to impress everyone. And like when I got any kind of negative feedback, I'd be like, oh my God, are you kidding me? What the fuck did I do wrong? And it was crazy because it would be like 1,000 positive comments and maybe 3 negative comments, but those 3 would get to me. And then I was like, nah, fuck that. So not 97 people like it, only 3 don't. Why am I letting those people get to me? And then I got to this point where I was like, nah, you know what am I doing wrong that, makes it fucking, rack my brain? And going back to what I said in my previous question to my brother, he's like, bro, just do you, do the best you. And when I learned to not give a fuck, pretty much, that's pretty much how I can describe it. My life just became way easier, way more simple, and I can still do my thing and I enjoy it. And that's the most important thing.
I love that. That's my motto. That's since I've done my thing. That's my motto. Who gives a fuck? If I don't give a fuck and I'm... Okay, tell me, what's your favorite food?
Oh my God. That was probably the hardest question of this interview so far. Are you kidding me? Oh shit, now I'm panicking.
Not tequila, not beer.
I'm gonna go stereotypical and say chicken burger rolls.
Yum. Yes, I love chicken.
God, yo.
Can you cook?
Are you kidding me? Of course I can, bro.
You've never cooked for me.
Well, you've never invited me over, so how would I know?
Okay, so when lockdown is over, you're coming over, you're cooking. Just saying, it's a date.
It's a thing now. Well, it's on this interview, so now I'm officially legally binded by this now.
Yes, John Lennon is going to hear John Legend's going to hear this.
I wish John Lennon heard this as well. Oh my God!
What an amazing dinner party that would be.
What are you gonna sing? I want to hear you sing now. It's time.
What advice would you give to anybody listening to your interview?
That's the best deflection of all time. Well done. Well played. I hear you.
Thanks.
What advice would I give to them? I think it goes back to the question you asked me about the industry. Because I think it's just a metaphor for life. Like, you can't be anyone else. And unfortunately, things like social media, things like acceptance, things like being insecure, all that kind of stuff gets to people, man. And it's fucked up, to be honest with you. I just be yourself, man. Fuck it. It's crazy. Like, this lockdown kind of puts things into perspective where, like, no one who has X amount of money, no one who has X amount of this or that is immune to this fucking virus.
Yeah.
And that just shows you how important it is just to be you. You know what I mean? So I think that's all I can give to people. Be yourself, man. Because if they fuck with you, they fuck with you. If they don't, then you know what? Move it along. Move it fucking along. Who cares?
I love that. I absolutely love that. And now, talking of the virus, how's this affected your industry? Because, like I said earlier on, you've been on the road quite a lot. You go to festivals and you go to concerts and all of that, and you're recording wherever you're recording. Now you're stuck at home. So I know you were up until late last night. So how does this affect you? Because you are still working. I know you're still working.
Yeah, man. I mean, I won't lie. When it at first, like initially, like started in terms of like the 100 people in a venue thing, and then the actual lockdown, I thought about it in a very selfish light. I was wrong for that. I was like, oh fuck, us artists in the art and culture industry, I was so fucked. But I kind of had a bit of some parity. I was like, yo, this actually affects the whole world. It's not just about us. But I don't know. Obviously, monetary wise, it affects pretty much all freelancers, all artists, whatever. That's a given. You know what I mean? And it sucks. All people get paid by the hour, or whatever the case is, and that sucks big time. But I think I've gained so much perspective over this little time we've had now, and I'm sure it's going to be a bit of a longer time, to think about it this way, where I go, actually, the effect on this is going to be like my whole mindset has changed in terms of how I interact with people and who I choose to interact with.
Mm-hmm.
I think now, like, like a lot of people who are germaphobes, you always give them shit about that.
Yeah.
But now it's those guys who are like, fuck sakes, guys, I wish you guys would have listened and not shake the whole world's hand when you go to a festival or whatever. And obviously you think you're being friendly or whatever, but that's my kind of takeaway from this whole thing. Obviously, all of us are feeling the financial pinch and whatever, but I think, yeah, it's definitely more. I won't lie. I don't think life will be the same afterwards. And that sounds extreme. I don't think it will. I think we're always going to be like, oh shit, who am I actually giving a hug to? Who am I giving my energy to? Who am I giving my time? I think that's probably my biggest takeaway of this whole thing.
I so agree with you. I think it's little things like that. I think it's a mindset that's going to change on how you interact with people, but also who you allow in your space. And that's more than ever before quite important, I suppose.
Yeah, big time ago. I mean, but I won't lie. Let me give you the answer that you probably wanted. So this is the answer. This is the answer I'm going to give just because I need to obviously support all the people who are in the industry as well. And unfortunately, because of social distancing and stuff, the arts and culture industry has literally stopped. It's like, cheers, you know? And I'm not just talking about artists. I'm talking about photographers. I'm talking about vendors who provide food at festivals. I'm talking about the festival owners. I'm talking about everyone who is always involved in festivals or things that happen in public places has kind of seen a bit of a flame now. And unfortunately, that I've done well, that I've been able to, you know, dip into my savings and I get royalties from music. But for those who don't have that luxury, fuck. All I can say is sorry, hang in there, because it's going to end, definitely. But this is the time to create, you know what I mean? And obviously you said to me, I've been creating 100%. I've been writing so much music. But the one thing that's also fucking me over is that I can't go to my studio and record, which is shit. So I'm music. And luckily I've got a cell phone so I can record it on my phone or whatever, but I want to give this music to the world. So all the stuff that people are going to hear in the next couple of weeks is stuff that I had to record way before lockdown, which is quite shitty, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? But just to say this at the same time, when this thing is done, bangers.
Kan nie wag nie. But it's like you say, it's like when you're enclosed in such an environment, I think especially for us artists and people that's in art and in a cultural direction, it gives you the space and the isolation to get to be one and to center yourself and actually get those creative juices flowing again. Maybe see from a different point of view how to approach things from a different point of view. I think a lot of my dancer friends, a lot of my friends that's in the entertainment industry, initially it's a struggle, and I think the biggest struggle is probably the financial struggle or the financial lack of financials that's going to come in at that point in time. But other than that, it's actually a gain. From my point of view, I think it's a gain. It actually forces you to get to be with yourself, be one, and get those creative juices going. And I can't wait for your new tracks.
Nah, you're 100% correct for saying that, Ali. Like it is. I mean, there's many cons, but there are also so many pros. And like I think you said it perfectly there. Like as artists, and I hope that not just artists. I hope that everyone can kind of get this kind of, you know, you parting you by else. One thing that society doesn't allow is self-introspection and kind of, you know, always get stuck in this rat race. You always, especially in the arts, you know, like now we can create from a different kind of place. Creating.
Okay, so I think we're having a little
like, oh shit is real.
Okay, sorry for the interruption. We had a little bit of a Wi-Fi connection issue. So go again. Sorry.
Coronavirus. Tell you, this thing is fucking us up in all fucking fronts.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
the answer I was trying to give to you, I think, in terms of like what you asked right now, actually repeat the question so that people can hear it properly and can get the proper answer.
I think it is important for us creatives, and I think for everybody that's in an art industry, in the cultural industry, to become one with themselves. I think it's been such a long time coming. You know what? I've heard a lot of people talking about how tired they are and how it's got nothing to do with sleep. I think it's from a spiritual point of view, but also we've not had enough time to be isolated with ourselves, to become one with ourselves. And this time's actually set aside the financials. If you are in any type of industry, this is actually the perfect time to center yourself, be one with yourself, and get in touch with the core of whatever you believe in, so that you can get to be the best version of yourself and produce the best creativity. I actually think all humans are very creative, just everybody doesn't utilize it, or don't utilize it. But I think as a creative, this is probably the perfect time to get back into that and maybe start something different or branch into something more.
I won't lie to you. You literally stole every fucking word that I said, but it's okay. I'll allow it. But you're so right. I think it doesn't matter what industry you're in terms of art, in terms of fucking engineering, if you're a miner, if you're a fucking accountant, whatever. This time now is a fucking tricky time. It's a time we've never had before. And I think we shouldn't sleep on it. We should like, I don't know. I mean, we don't have to go to jobs anymore, or for now at least. Like, you don't have to go to the office. So spend, I don't know, an extra an hour in bed. But in that time, think about, oh, fuck, what's my worth? What's my purpose? What am I doing? All those kind of intrinsic questions that we don't really ask ourselves in the day. And sometimes actually scared to ask ourselves. You know what I mean? Because we to kind of ask yourself those questions and think about it. And remember, now you're by yourself, or you're with your family, or whatever the case may be. And you can answer those questions yourself, because you probably know the answer, and you won't feel judged because it's you. You know what I mean? And after the period, you'll be like, oh shit, actually, this is what I have to do, or this is what I need to do, or this is what the calling is, X, X, X. And I think, like you said, it doesn't just depend on the art industry. It doesn't depend on the whatever, creative industry. It's everyone. Like, you can come out of this approaching how you go to your fucking accounting meeting differently. You can go out of this approaching how you even just fucking pay your parking card. You know what I mean? All these small things that we don't really think about that actually have a humongous impact on your spirit. And I think that's one thing that we should definitely think about, like, after this whole period. And I think people shouldn't run away from it. Yeah, people are on like, I'm gymming every day, and I'm just dribbling Netflix and stuff. Cool. You can, but to a certain point.
Yeah.
But still, take time. Even if it's 10 minutes, then it becomes 20 minutes, and then 30 minutes, and then an hour. An hour a day is fine. Just think about what's going on. Like, what?
I think a lot of people will be focused on, and initially feel lost, initially feel that I'm not sure what they're going to have to do, but then thereafter, that will come to them. So, what is the one thing that you've gotten the most? No, let me rephrase it. What is the one thing that you've done that's gotten you into the most trouble?
That question is I'm gonna, for the first time this whole interview, no comment.
You know what? I know a few stories, so I'm just putting it out there.
What the fuck?
Like, I've got inside sources. You should know this. I've got inside sources. Yeah. We're not in Vegas.
Who?
We're not in Vegas.
Give me name drop. Who gave you a source?
Yeah, I'll name drop you on WhatsApp.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see this stuff.
Okay, sing us a snippet of your favorite song.
I will. Now, we'll sing you a snippet just now, but I won't until you sing a snippet of yours first.
I can't sing. I can't sing.
Unfortunately, my girl, that's exactly what you have to do until you hear me sing.
Oh, but I don't want to hear you sing. I do want to hear you sing. I love your songs. But I think you need to sing for your fans. You know what? You still owe me a serenade. You still owe me a serenade.
I will sing a whole song for you right now, as long as you sing for me first.
Okay, so I need to. Okay, I can hear my daughter laughing in the background. She just said don't. What shall I sing?
unfortunately, you gotta sing, my girl. You gotta sing. Also, I won't sing. Then my fans will be disappointed. Do you want
Okay,
to disappoint my fans? Oh my God, imagine that. Eh?
can't. I can't. I'm gonna make. Okay, what shall I sing? I can't even think of a song now. Okay, give me a song.
Sing
Oh, you know what else?
John Legend, Ordinary People.
No, I'll sing All of Me. And I'll sing you the first
Okay,
sentence. No, the first sentence of the core.
no, sing the chorus. Sing the chorus, and I'll sing Ordinary People. I'll sing the first verse and the chorus.
Oh my God, now you're putting me on the spot. I don't even know the lyrics anymore. You've given me, see, I'm not an artist like you are. Hold on, I'm gonna get the chorus first. You
Your
what?
followers know. Listen, you have also like 1,000 million followers. You also are an artist. Are you kidding me?
But I don't sing.
Doesn't matter.
I do sing.
Art
I
has
just,
form.
you what?
Art has many different forms.
No, it does. And you know what? I want to sing for you now. And then you're going to ask me never to do that again. So,
It's fine.
is it fine? Hold on.
But I'll ask you after I sing.
You what?
I'll only ask you that after I sing.
Okay. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Throw the roses.
Man,
You have to
take
get
it
up.
seriously.
You what?
You gotta take it serious. You gotta sing with passion.
I did.
You must close your eyes and sing. You must
Okay.
go for it, my girl.
Okay. You know what? This is recorded. This is going to go online. It's fine. All for the sake of me loving you. Because all of me loves all of you. I've done it twice. No. Even my kids are laughing.
What are you done? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Come sing
That
for
was a
me.
poor attempt. It's fine. I'm a man of my word. I'll sing. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's sing the song.
Okay.
John Legend's Ordinary People. Listen
Okay.
to how good my voice is. Bro. Listen to how good my voice is. It's actually a joke. Okay.
It's amazing.
Girl, I'm in love with you. This ain't the honeymoon. Past the infatuation phase. Oh, right in the thick of love. At times we get sick of love. It seems like we argue every day. I know I must behave. You made your mistakes. We both still got room left to grow. Though love sometimes hurts, I still put you first. We'll make this thing work, but I think we should take it slow. We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. 'Cause we're ordinary people. Maybe we should take it slow. Done.
Ah, it melts me. That was amazing. Thank you. Okay.
Even though you only gave me 2 lines, I still sang you a whole song, pretty much.
You know what I'll do, babe? I'll send you a whole song that I do in a hairbrush. Okay. Just not on here.
Okay, I'll wait. It's all good.
Well, thank you very much for your time today. Tell me, I'm going to put on my description on Facebook and Instagram and Vimeo and everywhere I'm going to post you today. Besides the fact that we're tagging John Legend, I'm going to add, yes, and we're going to go to your show and you're going to sing for all of us. But I want
Jesus.
everything. I'll cross everything. You must give me all your links that I'm going to put in the description. I know I've got your details for Facebook and Instagram, but if there's any other sites and links that I need to add you on, you must send it to me.
I won't lie to you. Okay, cool. So everywhere, it's Apple Gule, one word. Apple, like the fruit, Gule, one word. on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. But I fucking hate Twitter, so
Me
I
too.
won't be active there. But yeah, pretty much find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook, and on House Party.
Yes,
House
I've
Party
just
me.
downloaded that. I've literally just downloaded that. How's that? How does it work? Tell us about House Party.
It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Yes. Okay.
That's what I can say to you. Pretty much, you go on there, you talk to people from all around the world, and you realize how many people you've given your number to. Trust me, they'll find you.
I don't know if I want to do that. Not me.
So luckily, you can lock chats. I'm just
Okay.
saying. So I'm gonna invite you to house party later, and we have a
Okay.
fucking big draw. We're having a laugh. Cheers.
Yes. Love, love. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.